Here's some of the work I have been working on over the past couple of years now. Uh, we're going to peg this one Workbench Wednesday. Give you an idea of just work area that I've got, some of the junk I'm working on. As you can see, there's the graveyard of we'll get to one of these days. And it's rather long. Still working on this stuff. I do this all for simple enjoyment. Not much on the contest stuff. Just want to build some cool looking models to decorate my walls with. I just spent a little time putting some of the model car boxes together. This is my little slice of heaven, I guess you could say. Been in kind of a dark spot, haven't got a whole lot done over the past 2 months. But the clouds kind of lifted, so I'm back to work. These are my parts bins and tool bins here on my desk. There's a 32 Ford Roadster project. It's been in this condition for 6 months. I'm actually got it back on the table. I'm gonna try to actually finish putting it together. Here's some of the slot car bodies I do for a few friends that still race slot cars. I'm not completely out of it, but getting close. As you can see, these are in various stages of completion. Spent a little time doing some carbon fiber decal work on the hood of this one. And I don't know if it's really going to show up on the camera, but yeah, you can see the pattern. It's not perfect, but I believe it'll work. And then here's a few projects that are going. These are model car projects I'm working on. A '69 Yenko Camaro. It's a pro street car. It's a fat tired car, big block, 2.4s. It's a pretty decent looking little car. The '68 dark there, the yellow one. It'll have a black vinyl top when it's finished. It's done in done it with actually craft paint. The color is called Pale Daffodil. It's pretty close to a factory color, so that's what I went with. The theme of this car is more like something you'd see in the high school parking lot back when I was in high school. Just a fun little car, nothing crazy. And then there's my '69 Dart Pro Street car. Stretched the rear wheel wells 5 scale inches. I just cleared these 3 last night or yesterday afternoon, and they're going to be pretty decent looking, I do believe. I took a little time to name the Dart, and she's antisocial, kind of like me at times. So a little tongue-in-cheek joke added to the car, just to, of course it's a cowl hood it's got a cowl hood that I done. I actually rated to scoop off of the LX Mustang hood from the drag car kit and grafted it to this one. I still got to paint the underside, but it's all blended in, looking pretty decent. Same thing, I did the same thing with the Nova. It's the same scoop, the LX Mustang scoop. Grafted to the Nova. It's all molded in. I've got to paint the underside of it yet too. But like I said, it's quite nice, I think, for a shelf model. That's about all I build. I'm just kind of reliving my childhood in the cars I remember from back then. Here you can see where I've tinted the glass for a few of the Mustangs here. I've got to do one more set. but they actually come out quite nice. Here's one, and you can see through it. There we go. You know, tint, no tint. Tint, no tint. And all I do, the tint's done. Here's what I use. Tamiya Smoke X19 from the bottle. See, it's an acrylic paint. And now I do what we call, I over reduce it. Oops, sorry folks. I over reduce it with 91% rubbing alcohol. It's about consistency of water when I do it that way. And I turn my air pressure down on my gun to about 18 pounds. 3 to 4 very, very light coats. I do that even to the side windows I make for the slot cars. Here's the set for the Mustang. I've got a couple of boogered up I got to redo. No big deal. Which I want to work on probably tonight. But as you can see my finger before and put behind it, you can see the tint. And it pretty much, the way I've done it, comes close to matching the cap on the bottle. This is something I picked up on actually quite some time ago, and just now I'm starting to do it. And my little 32 Roadster, she's called the Pacific Princess. And you see it there. Some lettering from Slicks. Then, well, I did a little pinstriping on the firewall. I think it looks real cool. Plus, it helps hide a little booger I've got in there. It took all the, I chipped the paint in there is what happened. And kind of in a rush, I didn't pay attention to it. And I seen it when I was clear coating it. There was nothing I could do at that point. So, got into the decals and found a big pinstripe decal that covered all up and looked cool at the same time. And that's what I've done. Also, did a little Dremel work on the wheels so I could put the knockoffs on it, and used a Battleship Gray for the spokes. The white walls are hand painted with Tamiya acrylic paint. They come out, they're not perfect, but they're gonna sit up there on that shelf I showed earlier. You know, it's like 7 feet from the floor, and you can't get within about 2 foot of it. They'll look fine. You know, and of course I had to put my Von Dutch flat eyeball on the radiator shell. Big fan of this Aero stuff. But the motor, it's the motor from the kit. I changed the valve covers. They're from the 32 5-window kit for the 302 in it. This chrome headers, nothing spectacular, but it's going to have hood sides of that. It'll be displayed most of the time with hood on it, so it's not that big an issue. Well, that's about all I've got for today. Thank you guys for viewing. Thank y'all that have subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, please do. There is more coming. And, you know, remember, it's just a hobby. Build what you like to build, not what you think a judge is going to approve of. As long as you do that, you'll always be happy. And remember, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. God bless you all, and have a good day. Bye.